Virtual Walk Saturday. Nessa Barrett, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much. I'm doing good. How are you?
I can't complain. We were just talking about the Break the Stigma virtual walk this Saturday and how important it is to, get help that you need and talk to people and reach out to people that you love if you see them going through struggles. And you have a very unique perspective on this situation. I wonder if you would share with us why this cause means so much to you.
No, yeah. I mean, mental health has been like such an important um thing for me. Like always. I kind of started with like therapy and stuff at a really young age, and there's been like a lot of ups and downs that I've had with it, and I've been through like a lot of struggles when it comes to like just everything in general. And it's just something that I deal with every single day and like every second. And I have a platform, and I just like want to use it to show people that like, hey, I have it too, and make them feel that they're not alone, just because I know like in my darkest times I feel like I'm the only one like going through it.
Does it help to know that there are people that share your struggles? Because someone in your position with you have a massive following, so to be able to reach out, have you noticed that that's helped to kind of make you feel less alone, or is it pressure?
No, I mean, like, it totally does help, as much as it like pains me to know that like other people are hurting the same way that I am. But like, it helps so much. It's it kind of like makes you feel in a way that like nothing's really wrong with you, because like other people deal with it too. And I think it's so important, and like having friends that struggle with it, with like kind of like similar things that you do, like you can like help each other out and like be there for each other. And I just think it helps a lot.
I think, I can't imagine. Some people go through some really dark days and they experience a lot of problems, but at the end of the day, I think we're all kind of wired differently. So we all take different stresses differently. What do you think is something that people can do, or how should they proceed in getting the help that they need?
I mean, I think the first step is to always tell someone if like you're feeling a certain way, which is hard to some people, because there is like this whole like break the stigma walk is so important, because there is a very negative stigma around mental health, and it makes people
Yeah.
so embarrassed, to even like come forward about it. But yeah, I mean, just like talk to someone like your parent, um, or anything of that sort. And I think that as scary as therapy seems, it does help so much, so much. Like I kind of like was scared to go back to therapy like recently, and then as soon as I did, it's like you kind of get like a weight lifted off your shoulders. And like
Yeah.
there's just like some things that like you can talk to your therapist about that you can't really have like a normal conversation with like your everyday like people. Um and like there's just a big weight that gets lifted off your chest, and I think it's just so important.
I think also it's important to remember to continue to do the work. You know what I mean? The thing with therapy is, like, maybe sometimes your therapist and you aren't a match, and you think
Mhm.
that maybe it's not helping, but it's you shouldn't give up on therapy. You should just try a new therapist. That
Oh,
worked a
a hundred
miracle for
percent.
me.
100%. I've probably ran through about like 50 therapists by now, like 10 different psychiatrists. There's been a lot, and and there's like misdiagnoses are like a really big problem too. I've been misdiagnosed multiple times, and I finally just got my actual diagnosis at like the age of 18. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's a process. It's a learning process for you. It's a learning process for everyone else involved. And I think the biggest thing when it comes to getting help is that like you've got to want it. If you have to put the effort in and like want to get better, and that's kind of the only way that it will work.
What's been the reaction with your family and friends with your journey on this whole thing?
I think I was just on the phone with my grandma like yesterday, and I think as far as like my family goes, like they're just like really proud that I was able to, keep going because they've seen like the darkest stuff from me, and they kind of know what I go through every day, and the fact that I'm still able to kind of like maintain work and like all of this stuff along with it. um, they think it's amazing, and even the fact that I'm also able to like share my story and help others, I think they think is so awesome. I don't really know how like my friends feel about it. I know like my closest ones are like super supportive and stuff. I can tell them everything, but it does get really hard, and it sucks sometimes opening up because like you don't want to like feel like a burden or like seem like weak, and like I don't know, but yeah.
I I think it's interesting to me, Nessa, because you and I we have such different perspectives on things. Because I mean, you're obviously young. I'm not quite as young anymore as I used to be. But I also found mental health in my later years. I went through a lot of like going through pain and stuff like that when I didn't really have to. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If I would have had someone like you espousing the virtue of like getting help and talking to people, then I would have had the opportunity maybe to get help when I was young. And I think that's like a big key in what we're trying to do here is tell people that it's okay to want to ask for help. It's okay to feel not okay. And
Mhm.
that's the whole idea of what we're doing and what we want to do with this walk and raising awareness and all of that is to prevent anybody else from feeling like they have to do something that they shouldn't.
No, yeah, I mean, I agree 100%. And like society today, I think it just like makes a lot of people think that they have to be perfect and live a perfect life and stuff. And everyone kind of like overlooks all of the different layers that come with life itself. It's a lot harder now, which is why I think it's so important that like this whole mental health like awareness is like starting to become like bigger than like it ever was, because like it is really hard now. Like the world is different, and I just think it's so important. And I know that there's like so many people that are struggling that don't even know that they're struggling.
Yeah,
It almost becomes like reality, and like you're not really able to like depict like what's real and what's not. And like like you feel pain, but then you don't really know like what it's coming from. And that's, I think, too, why the whole it's just there's just so many things that come with it. And yeah.
yeah, I think we've got a really good thing happening here. You're going to be guest hosting with us on Saturday, which is
I'm
awesome.
excited.
Can't thank you enough. I'm excited for the playlist because it's a lot of stuff that we don't usually play, so it's going to be interesting to get that
Oh
out
yeah.
there. People going for walks and like the thing to remember is that you don't have to like literally and go out. You're not going out and doing a 5K. If you just want to go out and walk around the neighborhood, get some fresh air, listen to the music and listen to Nessa talk and things like that, that's going to be great. You know what I mean? Just anything to get people motivated to look into what mental health means and how we can stop making people feel like it's a burden, like you said earlier,
Yeah.
because it's absolutely not. If there's anything that people should know is that they can always ask someone for help, and they should never ever feel like that's a problem.
No, yeah, I agree. And I think it's just so amazing. I wish like when I was going through it like back at home when I was like like 13, like there was something like this. And it's just so beautiful to me, and I'm just so excited for everyone to participate. And I think it's going to be so good, even just to like go outside and get some like fresh air and like actually enjoy the world and like life itself. I think is so important. And yeah, I think it's, I can't wait. I'll be walking, and I'm
Yeah,
so excited.
yeah. I can't. I'm so excited because it's one of those things where you personally seeing like results of yourself getting help and how it can turn your life around. 3 years ago, I was like super depressed, didn't even realize it. Now I've got a house and a baby on the way, and just like all these things, like the
Congrats.
things can change, and things can change so quickly for you. And you just, being able to find little things that you can do to make yourself happy is just such a great key of getting the help you need. And I think it's really awesome of you to be able to put your uh, power behind us and like, get this out there. So thank you so much, Nessa. Thank you for taking the
Thank
time.
you.
And
Yeah,
look forward to hearing you on the radio. Do you have any experience with radio stuff?
I have a little bit. I'm
Okay.
excited though.
All right. I'm excited to hear you. So thanks for joining us today. Thanks for telling us your story and keep going. You're doing great, man.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Nessa Barrett, everybody. Again, nobody here, but if they were here, they would be applauding. So,
Bye.
bye. Thank you so much. Again, guys, that's this Saturday, the Break the Stigma Walk. It's a virtual walk. We're not going to be meeting up anywhere. You guys just uh, walk wherever you can. If you want to walk around your neighborhood, you want to go down to a park, you want to do whatever, man. It's remember, it's all for a great cause, and that cause stigma of mental health issues. So 11 to 1 this Saturday. I'm so excited for you guys to hear this musical playlist we put together, and I feel like we're doing a great thing, and that makes me feel good. It's another one of those things that make you feel good. So thank you guys so much. My name is Tank from X106.5, Jacksonville's Alternative, and thanks for tuning in. Thanks to Nessa Barrett for taking the time. I know she's busy and stuff, so I'll holla. I'll see you guys later, man. See you in the morning.